So far, this season has not been kind to the Atlanta Braves. It's really just been them taking a series of punches, and every once in a while they'll throw one back, a quick jab to the body here, another jab there. But if things don't get turned around in a hurry, I think we're getting closer and closer to the Braves taking a knockout punch in 2021. Yes, you are back on Atlanta Sports Unlimited. You're back on Bold and Braves. I'm Chris Vanell, and before we go any farther, go ahead, like this video and subscribe to our channel, as well as following us on social media, Atlanta Sports Unlimited, on both Facebook and Twitter, so you can keep up with everything we've got going on. Huascar Ynoa has been awesome for the last month and a half. In kind of a down start to the year for the Braves, they're currently 19-23. He's been a bright spot. But Ynoa was not exactly a bright spot last Sunday in his last outing in a couple of ways. First, he didn't pitch all that well. 5 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings. So he was frustrated, and then his day got worse. He goes back to the dugout, his frustration boils over, and he punches the dugout bench. He actually broke his right hand, which is his pitching hand. And the initial reports are he's going to be out 2 to 3 months, putting him back sometime maybe in August. We don't know yet, and it's going to be a long road for him. They're going to be without him for a sizable portion of the season, the Braves are. And I'm not going to hold it against Ynoa. Obviously, it was a dumb move. He messed up. It's not a good thing. But I'm not going to hold it against the guy. He's 22. He's going to learn from it, and it doesn't completely ruin the Braves season. But it doesn't help either. And it's just another metaphorical punch that they've had to deal with all season long. That started back in spring training, actually with the same rotation that Ynoa is in with Mike Soroka. Soroka was expected to be the team's ace this season. He was recovering from an Achilles injury he suffered late last year, but he's suffered a couple of setbacks now, and he's still dealing with those. We have no idea when he's going to be back. The pitchers who were actually on the field this season, Max Fried was the next guy up. He was supposed to be the ace, kind of after Soroka. Well, he's dealt with his own injuries and ineffectiveness. The rest of the rotation hasn't been great either. They're not going very deep into games, and their earned run average is up well over 4. The problem with that is the bullpen has had to kind of take over some of that slack and pick that up, and they haven't. They have an earned run average up above 4.6, so they've been even worse. The Braves as a team have given up more runs than all but 3 National League franchises. So they're struggling, and Ynoa's absence is obviously not going to help that. He was a guy with an earned run average right around 3, and then actually was up after his last start, in which he struggled. So he's been really good all year long. His absence is going to hurt. The Braves' offense is kind of helping out the pitching a little bit. Their batting average isn't sexy. It's in the 220s as a team, so not great there, but they're scoring runs at a decent clip. They rank in the top 10 in all of baseball in runs scored, so that hasn't been the problem. The pitching has just squandered it. Another thing that the Braves have squandered is home field advantage, which they should have, but they haven't. They've actually been worse on their own home field at Truist Park than they have been on the road. They've gone 9-12 at home. And it's weird because the crowd should be better there than anywhere else in baseball. Anywhere else. Because the COVID policies at this point have been very relaxed, and the stadium is all the way back up to full capacity. Earlier this month, they became the first team to go back to full capacity. But they've squandered it. And at this point, well, everything's just kind of